It's always a bit emotional because nobody wants to see another person lying down feeling so poorly. And you might also have a situation where the family is in a bit of a distress because the one they love is suffering. So it's always very difficult. But you have to be there for them and to be there with them, offering a shoulder, a bit of support.
How did you feel when you were doing the first?
I was a bit nervous. I was scared. I didn't want to make a mistake. My eyes were glued to the book. I was reading and trying to anoint at the same time. It's always difficult doing something for the first time. But now I've even lost count of the number of times I've had to anoint people. I've gained a bit more of confidence now. Practice makes perfect. The more you do this, the better you become at doing what you're doing. Thank you. Yes.
How many times have you done the sacrament?
So many times I've forgotten. I've lost count of the number of times. But because I have the pager, I've been to the Royal Gwent Hospital today 3 times already. Wow. Sometimes they call in the night. It's 24 hours. They call from the switchboard. No sleep for you. When they call at 2 a.m., you've got to be on your feet and go there. You can come back from the hospital. As soon as you get back home at 3, they call again. You have to be on your way. In winter, in summer, the same. There is more pressure in winters during the winter months than in summer. Yes.
Can you tell us any stories of when you performed the sacrament?
Is there anything unusual, maybe any unusual stories you've got from when you've performed sacraments?
Yes.
Sacrament to the sick?
Yes, I was called to the Royal Gwent Hospital. I was going to perform the sacrament of the sick. The family, the first group of family members who were there were very happy for me to be there, and they said, okay, good, but we want to wait for our brother. He's on his way. We wait for him to get here before you go on with the anointing. So we waited for about 30 minutes. When he came in, he said, what is the priest doing here? I want him out of here. And he will not have anyone console him or say anything. So I had to leave.
Wow. So sometimes it doesn't go as planned.
I said a little prayer for them quietly.
Yes.
You have to understand that sometimes people get so distressed or unhappy about what is happening. They don't want anyone to interfere. They want to be left alone to deal with the situation. You've got to be patient. You've got to be gentle. The person hasn't seen you before, hasn't met you before. The person might not have any bad intention, but it's just that it's a difficult moment for the person. So you don't get angry and start quarreling or fighting with the people. No. Good. Yes. Did we finish with your table? Yes, I think so. We move to the next table.
Yes.
How do you feel being a priest?
Good. Good. I wake up every morning smiling. I feel good being a priest. I wasn't always sure I was going to be a priest, but when I finally decided, I feel very happy. I've been a priest for 11 years now.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to be a priest for about 50 or 60 years. I'm praying for that. It's a good feeling. But it should be your choice. Nobody should force you. If you do what you didn't choose to do, if you are forced into something, you will give up. At a certain point, you will break down and give up. You should only choose to do the thing that you are happy with and you want to do. Yes?
Do you need training for the sacrament?
Yes, you need training for the sacrament. You need to know where these oils have come from and what type of prayer to say when you're using these oils. And you need to know how the practice of anointing started. In the Bible, in the scriptures, 3 groups of people were anointed: priest, prophet, and king. Saul was anointed king. David was anointed king. Kings were anointed in those days. So you need a lot of training to be able to know this. And also to have the confidence to, it's not everyone who can stand a hospital environment. Or it's not everyone who can stand in front of a group of people. Let's say family members have come to have their children baptized. Some ministers might get a bit nervous. So we need a lot of training to be able to do that. Thank you. We finish with that table and then we come up. Yes.
When was your last sacrament?
This morning.
Yes, this morning at the Royal Gwent Hospital. So we go to the next table now.
Yep.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Jesus during the sacrament?
Have you ever had a vision or anything like that? Have you ever, is it been that?
No.
Nothing like
I've never
that.
had a vision of Jesus Christ. I can't describe him to say he looks like this, he looks like that person. No, I haven't seen him in that way. But have I had a feeling of his presence? Yes. Sometimes you can tell when there's another person by your side. You can feel it. You know there's someone there. I have had that many times. There were times that things were good and I prayed and he was with me. There were times that things were very difficult and I prayed and he was with me. So in my life, I would say I've had a lot of experiences of Jesus Christ, but I can't describe him because I haven't seen him before. No direct vision.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Which one do you think is doing the most, like man or woman, assessment?
Which one?
Doing like the most, man or woman?
Which one?
Yes,
If you
for
do you think?
more men, more
Yeah.
women than men.
Do you think it's? Do you think it's
I think it's fairly balanced.
fairly balanced between both?
Yes.
What do you think the person you are anointing feels?
So, what do you think the person you anoint feels?
They give you a feedback. Sometimes the person smiles. Other times the person says, I feel better now. I am not afraid. I feel good and ready. Other times they just say, thank you. So when you look at these feedbacks, we will say the people who receive anointing are happy. Yes.
Where do you get the oil?
It's olive oil. You can buy it from the shop, but you need to bless it. With this one, the chrism, you need the bishop to consecrate it. So ordinary
Olive oil, but it's special. It's made special.
What's the most common age you perform the sacrament to?
the common age.
Yeah.
If it is for children's baptism, it should be before they turn 7. It should be under 7 years old. Then they can be baptized as infant baptism. From age 7, you need to go through baptism class to be prepared. After 7 years, when you are baptized, you make your first Holy Communion. You put them together. Sometimes with confirmation, all done on the same day. Sometimes people do not get baptized as children. They do not get baptized as adults. When they turn 90 years old, then they say, yes, I want to be baptized. You have to be there for them as well. I baptized someone who was about 98. Quite early, 98.
Baptism at 98.
Yes. You just be patient with them. When the time comes and they make their own decision, then you go in and help them to receive baptism. Yes.
How old was you when you did your first anointing?
How old were you when you did your first sacrament of the sick? Wow, that's a bit of a pressure for you,
No,
Father.
I remember now. She said 27. I am 41 now. I don't look it at all.
No, you don't.
I was born on the 28th of March, 1974, 2 a.m.
Ah, right, okay.
So I was about 27 when I did my first anointing. Good. Yes, have you finished with that?
27?
Okay, yes, you're right.
Why do priests use oil? Why not holy water or something else?
We use holy water as well. Apart from the anointing, before you leave, you sprinkle a bit of holy water on the person. It's always good to do.
Is it like pure? Does it really feel good?
Yes, that's because it healed my mom, and it has healed many people. It really does heal, but there are 2 purposes, 2 reasons for using it. If the person is not to be healed, and the person is to move on, the person might pass away. It prepares the person for the next life. So the first prayer is, let this person come back home and be with us. But if it is going to happen that this